What's up? It's live fire with Dad. What's going on?
Not much. Fire with Dad, baby. Cubby game with Cubs around.
This is the first week in a while we haven't had a delay. So did you get your internet fixed?
No, you got yours. Must got yours fixed.
I think it was your internet. So do you have any questions for Kramer?
What's up, baby? Oh, there was a thing on one of the things I was reading yesterday. The 10 phrases that are still being used from the Seinfeld show.
What? Okay, what were
Number one was double dip.
That's from Seinfeld? You're the king of double dips, dude. You get yelled at every time we go to a Mexican restaurant and every time we have a family meal.
Only since Seinfeld's been on.
Nobody wants to eat your saliva, and Christy's always yelling at you for double dipping.
Well, I'm a double dipper.
Oh, you need to stop the double dip. What was the other terms?
There was 9 of them. I can't remember all of them. It was some of them I had never heard before, but apparently they were pretty common. You probably would have heard of them.
So you and I struggled on the golf course this week, didn't we?
Jesus, just way too hot for me.
The heat got to both of us, the old version of me and the young version of me.
Yep, big time.
I still probably beat you pretty bad, but let's,
Well, you were playing great. They blew up. You had
holes.
First 4 or 5 holes. You were like 1 over or 2 over.
Yeah, then it went downhill really bad.
And I was hitting the ball. When I was hitting the ball, I was hitting the ball well. I was hitting it nice and strong. And all of a sudden, the bottom just fell out. I got dizzy, and I said, I better stop playing.
Hey, let me show you something. Let me see if I can get my camera. Can I turn my camera around on this? I don't think you can you?
I mean, turn your camera around.
Like show you the oh, here we go. Yeah, watch this. So look at that. We got some color on the walls.
Oh, yeah, big time.
So this is our side, the office. You can see there's orange in the back, blue here, orange here. And then if I go out to the shared workspace, deep workspace, still under construction, obviously. That's where that gray wall there is where the deep workspace podcast studio will be. There'll be a window there. This is where the reception area will be. There'll be a window there into the conference room. And then you can see we got orange going there, blue on the main wall. These 2 areas will be the sofas and chairs and common spaces. This will be some low top and high top computer desks. We did, so you can see on this wood trim comes off because it becomes glass on the 2 sides, but that one stays. And you can see we made it gray. It looks pretty good.
Yep. Looks real good.
So that's an office, conference room behind there. And then there's your office. We got the blue going there.
Baby.
And
I love it.
I think they start next week on the construction on getting the glass from. They're basically taking that wood top off. You can already see they took some of it off. I don't know if there's an American flag there. I don't know where that came from, but they're going to be putting a window all the way up to there and then a glass door. So we got some color finally.
Cha-ching, baby.
Get my camera back to facing me. We'll talk some business. Can you see me now? There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about opportunity. So you mentioned this off the air, but recently I was having a conversation with a guy, TJ, out in Texas, who's got a Witch restaurant, and he brought up the same topic. He said, you've got to be aware of your surroundings, your environment. You got to watch things. And he said, I'll give you an example. He said, I'm at the drive-thru one day, handing a person their sandwich, and she has a shirt on with a hospital name on it, and they would be a great place to cater. So I asked her, apparently you work there. She's like, yeah. What do you do there? She started talking. He's like, man, you love our food because you come here all the time, right? Yeah, well, I'd love to cater it there. Who would I talk to? I don't know. Let me find out. Give me your number. Next thing you know, a week later, he's catering food at that hospital because he was paying attention, having a conversation, not living in a cocoon. And I think I've seen it, and you've got more experience in this, but I've seen it. A lot of salespeople. Can you tell Mom that we're on air?
Hey, honey, we're live, and you're talking on the phone.
It's like a crazy house down there. So, but I know you've seen this where a lot of salespeople are kind of in a cocoon where they don't pay attention. They're just in their own little world.
Well, one of the things I see all the time is this. If you're standing in the line, I'm in line in Panera, okay, or a restaurant. Nobody talks to anybody, okay? I get conversations going. I've gotten business off just talking to someone in line, okay? I was in a line for a Sharonville Chamber once, and I ended up getting a client out of it. We're in line at the buffet, and the lady, I talking to the lady behind me, and she says, "What do you do?" I said, "I help people stop cold calling." She says, "Oh my God, hang on a minute." She runs over to her purse, out of line, runs over to her purse, comes back over and hands me her card and says, "You know, I got to talk." I ended up coaching her for a year, just from talking to somebody in line.
Yep.
And you remember the time that the story with the guy with the yacht up in Jenny's up in Chicago, where the guy mentioned he was looking for a yacht, and I said, well, I turned around and got talking to him, and I said, we got one in stock, and he says, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. And next thing I know, I sold the guy a yacht.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people have their blinders on, and you're right. I think now with the cell phone more than ever, when we're in line, we're on our phones, texting, emailing, social media, looking at the internet, versus talking to the person in front of us, behind us. And I'm guilty of that. And I don't need to network as much as I did 20 years ago, but it still wouldn't hurt to have conversations. I'll give you an example, and you'll love this, Dan. This is right out of your playbook. So a couple days a week, I go to Reality Tuesdays. Myself and Doug go there and have coffee down in Covington. And for probably 4 months, I go there and I'm at the one table, and next to me, there's a group of guys that meet every week or every day. Every day I'm there. They're there between 6:30 to 8, and a couple of them come and go. The one guy's name's Joe. He apparently used to own a substation down by Covcath. And so one day I'm like, I'm going to find out what they do. And so I walk over and start talking to them. Well, the guy who did the demolition in our building was at that table. We're sitting there. I asked him, I said, so what do you guys do? We start talking, and he's like, I'm in demolition. I said, what kind of demolition? And he told me. I said, so if I'm buying an office building that I need to knock walls down, he's like, I'm your guy. That's all we do. Hired him. They were out here. They did an amazing job. But had I not walked over there and said, I wonder what these guys are doing, because it kind of maybe reminded me of you. I kept like picturing a little miniature Dwayne Plapp on my shoulder saying, go find out what they do.
It's amazing. I mean, it's if you just do that stuff, I used to always tell the sales guys at our store, if they would just jump on the opportunities that were in front of them, half of them, they'd have more income they could shake a fist at. But most people, the opportunities, they go by, you don't even pay attention. You just your antennas aren't up, you ain't paying attention to anything, and it just it's gone.
And talking about opportunity, would you be surprised to know that approximately 85% of the people who come and go out of a restaurant, who they've already made the attempt to show up, they've walked in and given them their credit card, which is the biggest form of trust, given payment. Would you be surprised that 85% of the people that come and go from restaurants, the restaurant does not have their information?
Oh, I guarantee you they don't.
And talk about opportunity. You're a restaurant. Your goal is to get repeat business. If you want repeat business, you might want to find out the people's information that are consistently walking in, and it's the same opportunity. It's no different than you're talking about that we're in line, that if you're running, I just got the phone call with a guy who's opening up a Hothead Burritos up near Waverly, Ohio, and we were talking about it, and like thing that pops in my mind when I talk to these guys is the number one thing is take care of what's inside, man. Everybody that walks through that line, you need to have a call to action, a way to have a conversation to say, who are you? What do you do? What's your name? What's your phone? Make it all email, make it all automated. But then from the business side of it, I bet probably 20% of those people that are walking in buying food could be buying it for other people at their company.
Well, not only that, it's amazing. I did my work webinar Monday on almost the same topic. How many times do you ever leverage your own customers? Which means, in other words, if a restaurant, you're getting their data. Who are they? And getting them so they come back into your place to buy from you. Most people, and I spent 20 years in the insurance business. It used to crack me up, the guys that sold insurance, and they sell a guy one time and never talk to the guy again, ever. Yep. I'm going, what are you guys, idiots? I mean, the scale in the world is the guy, are you going to repeat business?
Yeah, look at me. I can relate to that, because a lot of times you'll get somebody that sells you something and they go away. I mean, look at me. I bought my first insurance out of college was for a car and a condo. I've since then, I'm on my third house. I now own a commercial building. I have 3 businesses I'm an owner of. I have multiple cars. You know, I got life insurance policies. I have disability policies. I have health insurance. There's all these avenues that somebody could have given up on the day one, they would have never gotten them.
It happens all the time. And the same thing, probably more so in restaurants than anything else, because you got guys coming there. If guys come in, you're eating your place. Probably 2 or 3 things are probably givens. One is he probably lives in the area. Okay. 2, okay, he's probably got someone else you can come in and eat with you with. Okay, and he probably is going to come back if you treat him right. Okay, and there's no touching the tables. There's no going around talking to people. There's none of that, and there's no getting the information. So guess what? This guy is never hardly, unless he comes in on his own again. You've not done anything to reach out to the guy to get him to come back in.
Yep, I've eaten at in the past couple of weeks no less than 25 restaurants. I was at Raising Cane's the other day. I was at Hothead. I was at Chipotle. I was at Walt's. I was at Mai Tai. I've been to Rapid Fire Pizza. The only place I've went into that I actually did try was Rapid Fire Pizza Florence, and ironically, I'm already in their program, and ironically, we're the ones that put it in place. But I'm amazed the number of businesses. I actually this morning was writing notes. I had my team come in, myself, Doug, Ashley, and Tom, my key management. We sat down this week because they were near the office. I said, I want you to take a note card and write down some key stats. Who are we, what we do, why we do it, what we bring to the table, all this stuff. And I got done with all of it. I was just like writing out about 7 pages of notes, like a synopsis, just working on messaging for our business. And I looked at it and I said, man, here's one question. I'm going to start asking every restaurant owner this from now on. What was the last restaurant that you visited that took an effort to get you to give you their information? And then after that, what was the last restaurant you visited that stood out marketing-wise on a consistent basis? The answer is going to be probably none. And that's the problem, is that everybody's doing the same crap, which is nothing. You've got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to ask people for information. You've got to do things that get people to take another action.
They just assume that you're just going to eat there all the time.
Yep. And it's not going to happen.
Nope.
People
that are taking really good care of you are like the norm. Okay, it was what was the name of the show? Cheers, and they were there every day. Why? Because that was their hangout. But guess what? You don't take care of me. Maybe that's not my hangout. Maybe I could come there every day or every 3 times a week and eat. But you don't make any effort to talk to me, so I may come there every 2 months now.
Yep. Well, cool. What else you got going? Uh-oh.
Not a whole lot, just watching the ball game. I just noticed that you changed the picture on our thing. You used to have 2 little cartoon guys. Now it's just a picture of me.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I got to find it. So I'll find our cartoon guys.
Dynamite.
That's all I got. I'm out of here. I got a
Make
client phone call.
Go get your antennas up and make some opportunities happen.
Okay. I got a client phone call at 3:30. We got our weekly client meeting. Then I've got a 4:30 call and then a 5:30 call. Then off to the house. I guess Cole's having some friends over for the last day of school.
Oh, by the way, Chrissy put a picture on him yesterday with before and after. My God, what a difference!
That was today.
Yeah, I know.
You said yesterday.
I said she put a picture on him. Maybe it was okay. Maybe it was okay. I did. Maybe I said that. I'm still crazy from golf on Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm off. I'm out of here. Love your dad.
All right. Love you.
Tell Mom I love her. Tell her thanks for interrupting like normal.
All right. Bye.
Bye.